In a fresh wave of controversy surrounding Meghan Markle, fans and insiders are calling out the Duchess of Sussex for allegedly distancing herself from fashion icon Victoria Beckham, and not for the first time. Accusations are flying that Meghan considers herself too good to associate with the former Spice Girl turned fashion mogul, leaving fans stunned at what many perceive as an arrogant and calculated move in her continued campaign to build a carefully curated elite image. But is this just celebrity gossip, or is there more behind the scenes fueling this fallout? According to reports from multiple entertainment outlets, Meghan's once friendly relationship with Victoria Beckham has soured significantly over the past few years. The two high-profile women, once believed to be close, even sharing moments at elite events and royal gatherings, have reportedly gone cold. The turning point? Sources close to the Beckhams suggest Meghan grew suspicious of Victoria leaking private stories to the press, despite a lack of solid evidence. This mistrust reportedly created a rift that neither party has made any visible attempt to repair. But fans aren't buying Meghan's silence. Instead, they're accusing her of using the alleged leak as an excuse to distance herself from the Beckhams and align with more influential or appropriate figures for her brand. Critics argue that Meghan's actions come off as elitist and calculated, a move to preserve her image as someone aligned only with the most exclusive circles in entertainment, politics, and fashion. What fuels the backlash even more is the fact that David and Victoria Beckham have been long-standing allies of the royal family, particularly Prince William and Kate Middleton. The Beckhams attended both royal weddings, maintained public respect for royal protocols, and have kept a dignified silence through the various scandals involving Meghan and Prince Harry. Yet, Meghan appears to have deliberately excluded Victoria from her inner circle, despite once praising her fashion sense in interviews. Body language experts and celebrity commentators also pointed out a noticeable coldness between the Sussexes and the Beckhams during their interactions at recent events, or the lack thereof. At high-profile appearances where both couples were present, Meghan and Victoria barely exchanged a glance, let alone conversation. For many, this was a subtle yet unmistakable snub. Online forums and fan discussions exploded with speculation, with one user noting, "You can feel the tension through the screen. Meghan acts like she's royalty, more than the actual royals." Adding fuel to the fire, the Beckhams were notably absent from Harry and Meghan's docuseries on Netflix, as well as from their high-profile celebrity-packed events in California. This omission didn't go unnoticed. Insiders close to the Beckhams told UK media that Victoria was hurt but not surprised, especially after years of trying to support Meghan both publicly and privately. Some fans see Meghan's behavior as part of a larger pattern. Since stepping down from royal duties, she has cut ties with several key figures, from her own family to palace staff, to former friends from the UK elite. Each move has been viewed with increasing suspicion by the public, and now, with the apparent fallout with Victoria Beckham, critics say the Duchess is once again demonstrating that she sees herself as above others, even those who once stood in her corner. Fashion insiders were also quick to note that despite Victoria Beckham being one of the UK's most successful designers, Meghan has largely avoided wearing her label in recent years. While she once wore Victoria's designs early in her royal life, she has since shifted toward American or high-end European designers, a move many interpret as a subtle dig or deliberate distancing. This narrative is not just fan speculation. It's backed by a consistent trail of social behavior, appearances, and insider testimonies that align with Meghan's ever-evolving public image. Whether it's her quest for global influence or a desire to control every aspect of her brand, her actions continue to paint a picture of a woman unwilling to share the spotlight with anyone she doesn't see as on her level. In the end, fans aren't just outraged, they're disappointed. What once seemed like a modern, relatable royal now appears, to many, like a distant and overly image-conscious figure who may be burning bridges faster than she builds them. Whether Meghan will ever publicly address the tension with Victoria Beckham remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, in the world of A-list politics and royal fallout, nothing goes unnoticed, and fans are paying attention. Still, what's most striking to observers is Meghan Markle's silence. In an era where she and Prince Harry have been anything but quiet, from Oprah tell-alls to multi-million-dollar Netflix deals, her refusal to clear the air on the Victoria Beckham situation speaks volumes. For someone who frequently emphasizes the importance of truth, transparency, and setting the record straight, Her silence is being interpreted by many as confirmation of guilt, or at least of elitist intent. Victoria Beckham, for her part, has remained composed and professional throughout the supposed fallout. Despite what sources describe as a deep personal disappointment, she's kept things classy, refusing to stoke the fire or go public with grievances. This dignified stance only makes Meghan's snub appear more calculated and less justified in the eyes of the public. Fans have increasingly applauded Victoria's silence while questioning Meghan's motives and loyalty. It's also important to note how the public perception of Meghan Markle has shifted over the years. Once hailed as a breath of fresh air in the monarchy, a symbol of diversity and modern values, she is now increasingly seen as someone who uses her connections selectively and discards relationships when they no longer serve her carefully curated brand. Whether it's distancing from the royal family, estrangement from her own relatives, or now the reported cold shoulder toward Victoria Beckham, the pattern is becoming difficult for even her staunchest defenders to deny. As Hollywood and high society continue to take sides, Meghan's public image seems caught between empowerment and entitlement, and the Victoria Beckham saga is only adding fuel to that fire. If she doesn't address it soon, fans may decide the silence speaks louder than any statement ever could.